Hi everyone. We are away from Tisha B'Av and we are coming in to the 15th of Av. As we know, 15th of Av, La Yu Yomim Tovim K'Ri Yisrael, K'Chamisha B'Av, Yom Kippurim, great holiday. So we have to be in a moment of great joy. And let's talk something in this week's Parsha, as we said always, something very short. Tisha B'Av was a hard time, now is a happy time. We did Tshuva, and we're getting Bezrat Hashem Mashiach, and hopefully even before the 15th of Av. As Kabbalah, Hasidus talks about, the 15th of Av is the moment of the revelation of the third temple. So Bezrat Hashem, we should really see it at the 15th of Av. So let's go to this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha, we have a lot of information to talk about. But one of the most important things in this week's Parsha, there's a few very important things. There's the Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, the most known line for a Jew is in this week's Parsha. But another very important thing in this week's Parsha is Moshe Rabbeinu is giving us again the 10 Commandments. And as we know, we have the 10 Commandments to learn about Parshat Yitro, when it really happened, when they came out of Egypt, many weeks ago. And then we have again this week's Parsha being repeated. It's a repetible of the 10 Commandments. The second set of the 10 Commandments, the way Moshe Rabbeinu is repeating us. And as we know, generally it's the same idea, same 10 Commandments, with slight differences. But every difference has an explanation why the differences. We're not going to get into all this. This takes all class, all shiur, Bezrat Hashem. Just one point, and this is about one of the 10 Commandments, and this is the mitzvah of Shabbos that we're learning at the 10 Commandments, about keeping Shabbos. And we have a major difference, again one word, but it's a major difference between the first time and this time. When Hashem gives it over, Parshat Yitro, when they hear the way the Torah describes it there, the words is Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. Remember the day of Shabbos to sanctify. And this week's Parsha, Moshe Rabbeinu repeats it. He changes one word. He changes, but he doesn't change. He says the words of God. But he says the words is Shamor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. Shamor means keep the day of Shabbos to sanctify it. So comes the question, what did God say? Did God say Zachor, or God said Shamor? So what's the answer? The answer is, Rashi brings it down to, and he says, when God said, he said Zachor, remember? And he said Shamor, you should keep, you should guard. As we know the famous statement, Zachor v'Shamor b'dibur echad. God said in the same sentence, he said in one word, he said Zachor and he said Shamor. As we know, the difference between Zachor and Shamor means, Zachor means remember in a positive way. We have to do the positive mitzvah of Shabbos. And Shamor means refrain from not keeping Shabbos. In other words, that's a positive mitzvah, that's more a negative. Not to do Chilul Shabbat. So it's two different mitzvahs, positive and negative. But we learn, Zachor v'Shamor, both of them God said. And as Rashi says, right here, he says, we can't understand it, we can't describe it, because now, a way of talking, I can say this word, I can say that word, but I can't say both words at the same time. But Hashem can. So in other words, Moshe Rabbeinu, when he repeats the 10 Commandments, he didn't say a new word. Hashem said that too. Hashem said Zachor et Yom HaShabbat, and Hashem said Shamor et Yom HaShabbat. And as I said, there's many explanations. What's the meaning of this one? What's the meaning of that? Positive, negative. Do Shabbat in positive, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat. Here is Shamor et Yom HaShabbat. As it's explained in many places, that the first time when Hashem Zachor et Yom HaShabbat is the idea of Tzadikim, Shamor et Yom HaShabbat is the Baal Tshuva. As we said, we can't get into it. I just wanted to share one line. We say in L'cha Dodi, Zachor v'Shamor b'dibur echad. Sorry, Shamor v'Zachor b'dibur echad. Literally means that these two words were said in one word by Hashem. There's a story with a great chassid. He was a great chassid, but a very simple chassid. To say the least, he was not a big scholar. He was not a big lamdan. He's not a big intelligent chassidus or in anything of this field. But a very, very simple, connected chassid to the Baal HaTanya, to the first Rebbe of Chabad, as we call him, the Alter Rebbe. But he was a passionate chassid. And when he would be praying to Hashem and he would daven, there would be a fire. And they're always asking the question, those Hasidim, they learn a lot, they understand, they focus, they meditate, they contemplate on the greatness of Hashem, the greatness of prayer. We can understand that they're so passionate with the davening. But you're so simple. What are you so passionate? What do you think about? What are you fired up about when you daven? What's in your mind? So he said, I daven with one line that my Rebbe said, the Alter Rebbe. And he said that this line goes like this. Shamor v'Zachor b'dibur echad. You know what that means, it says? But self-understood, it's on a much different level, a deeper level. Shamor v'Zachor. You have to keep and remember. B'dibur echad. When you say the word echad, you have to always keep it and remember. Completely different idea, but very deep idea. And he says, with this I daven every day. I daven every day with that idea. When it comes to the Dibur Echad, the word Echad, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, the Echad, the Achdut of Hashem, the unity of Hashem. Shamor v'Zachor, we always have to remember, we always have to guard it, we always have to keep it. This word Echad, this is everything for me. And with this I keep on davening. I think it's a short point, but very powerful point. These two words, Shamor v'Zachor, b'dibur echad. Remember, guard, keep the word, the milah, the word echad. Echad, ata echad, v'shimcha echad, u'mi ke'amcha Yisrael, goy echad. We all one. Unity, we always have to remember it. You always have to keep it. And with this chassid says, I daven every day. Have a great Shabbos, a beautiful Shabbos. We'll talk soon.